Welcome everybody to the Sports Culture, all things sports. It's Jay Banfo, and we got to talk about the NBA. But before we get into that, like, comment, share, subscribe, and thanks for your support. So All-Star Weekend begins this Friday, which means we are at the halfway point in the NBA season. Now, if you've been paying attention to the NBA this year, there have been so many interesting storylines, from the progression of Victor Wembanyama to wondering if this is LeBron's last year. One thing I can say is there is always something to discuss in the NBA. Unfortunately, there are some negative storylines that I will be discussing in this video, and that is load management and tanking. So Draymond Green on his podcast went into great detail on tanking, the teams that are doing it to extreme levels, and what can be done to prevent it.
The tanking conversation. Memphis it's obvious they're tanking, right? You trade Bane, you trade Jaren, you sit in Ja. Like it's very obvious they're tanking. Ty Jerome was playing great, and you sit him the last 7-8 minutes of the game. The comeback start happening. You're like, man, they're going to bring Ty back. Don't bring Ty Jerome back. Yeah, the tank job is real in Memphis. But they're not the only team tanking. And it's crazy because these teams are tanking and like they're making it as obvious as it's ever been. Like Utah, maybe 2 games in a row now, has not played Lauri Markkanen, Jaren Jackson Jr., Yusef Nurkic in the fourth quarter. Some of these games are close. Some of these games, Jaren got 26 going into the fourth. Lauri got 25 going into the fourth. And these guys don't play the fourth quarter. Like the tank jobs that's going on in the NBA, it's unbelievable. Chicago's clearly tanking. Clearly tanking. You look at these teams, and it's like, it's so nasty. Like, it is disgusting what's going on with these teams. I've seen tanking before. We've seen the Philadelphia 76ers tank. We've seen OKC tank. This stuff is just like, it's more blatant than it's ever been. Like literally not putting guys back in the game because it's like, oh man, we may win too much. Utah has to stay within the top 8 or their pick goes to Oklahoma City. So Sam Presti's livid at what Utah is doing. Only problem with that is Sam Presti just won a championship last year doing what Utah's doing. But it ain't so fun when the rabbit got the gun. And so, I don't know, man. I just think it's terrible for the league, the tanking that's going on. For players, it's like you're playing against all these teams that's tanking. That's no fun. Like you're playing, like you go into these games and stuff that's supposed to be open isn't open because these guys.
Yes, the NBA has a huge problem on its hands. Now more than ever, I've seen media pundits call out the blatant taking. Even Bill Simmons, who is an NBA junkie, has finally called out Adam Silver and has questioned his leadership as the commissioner of the NBA.
Huge fundamental issues with the league that they're just yada-yadaing and pointing to all the media money they've made and the fact that their players are famous and that everybody loves the playoffs. It's like the regular season has real issues. It's too long. Guys are getting hurt too much. Everybody is making so much money. The only reason to have 82 games is because you make money from it. You go down to 70, you make less money. Guess what? Devin Booker, instead of making $75 million in 2028, he'll make 73. He'll be fine. All this shit, everything they're doing, they're not serving the larger picture of what do fans want? How do we keep our players healthy? How do we have a competitive season from start to finish? How do we avoid over 1/4 of our league not giving a shit for the last 2 months. How do we fix this? And it's the first time I've really wondered, like, do we have the right guy running the league? Because he doesn't seem interested in actually fixing real problems that everybody can see. And it's not about like, look at the NBA Cup. Oh, we created this thing. It's like, your schedule's too long. You have to fix this. It's too long. It should be 70 games.
So let me explain why so many teams are tanking this season. Many NBA scouts and executives are really excited for this upcoming NBA draft. There are possibly 10 game-changing college prospects that teams could build their franchise around, led by Kansas guard Darren Peterson, Duke forward Cameron Boozer, and BYU forward AJ DeMassa. Now, being the worst team in the NBA doesn't guarantee you a number one pick, but teams are still racing to the bottom for the possible chance at getting the number one overall draft pick. Now, in regards to load management, the NBA has been putting a band-aid on that situation for years. They recently implemented a rule stating that you must play in at least 65 games to qualify for end-of-season awards, such as MVP, Rookie of the Year, and All-NBA. I don't think that rule has had a dramatic impact because teams are still load management their superstar players. Now, at this point, is there anything the NBA can do to eliminate tanking and load management? To be honest, I'm not even sure at this point. The players have too much control in this player empowerment movement, and they make too much money that implementing something drastic will not go over so well with the players. During All-Star Weekend, Commissioner Adam Silver usually holds a press conference to the media. The number one question the media must ask Adam Silver is, how do we fix these issues in the league? And if he doesn't have a clear-cut path, then the next step will be to look for a new NBA commissioner. Now, with that being said, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.